And Khabib Nabiev, we'll see if he's able to get it done tonight coming out of that red corner. Longer and lankier than his opponent, but Veselkin, stocky guy, man, and he's got a lot of power and a lot of experience.
So has Nabiev, he's been training with Khabib then?
Yeah. So, under that team, under the Abdul Manap team.
All right.
That Eagles team. And so Nabiev, obviously.
You can see the influence.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And just diving in, trying to dominate out of the gate. Veselkin has been a very up-and-down career for him. Started off very, very strong. Great sub-game, even from the bottom. So it's something that Nabiev has to be thinking about. But right now, man, he is just putting that beard to it. It's that power beard, bro. They get power out of that beard, man.
Absolutely. But he's got good control. In full guard, he was trying to really get his legs locked up, but settling into a full guard here. Let's see if he can pass it.
I know this is a hypothetical, but if Hasbulla ever got the beard, would he go full Super Saiyan then? Is that how that would work, bro? I mean, like, he's already
fly.
a savage, but if he got the
he'd probably fly at that point. If he had a beard, Hasbulla would fly. Sure.
That sounds like a power-up for the video game, bro. You get him the beard suit, bro. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Invincibility. 2 minutes in here, and no surprise whatsoever. Nabiev is fighting very much like the camp he comes out of, man. Dominant, got the takedown immediately, and just trying to put his opponent away in a very quick fashion. Veselkin is just kind of surviving at this point.
This is what we call cooking him. He's cooking him right now. So sometimes it's got to be a long and slow cook, and then you hit it with that hard sear at the end. But you're just slowly burning the guy out. I mean, this is a terrible position for Veselkin with his head pressed up against the side of the fence. There's really not a lot of places for him to go right here. He's purely defensive. You can see that he's starting to step on the hip right there, but other than that, he's purely defensive.
Nabiev here in very dominant form. Veselkin hasn't been able to do anything. Not a whole lot of action right now. You're surprised maybe the referee hasn't. You think he could step in at this point if there's.
You know, I feel like there should be a warning here. At least maybe not step in yet, but give him a warning. You know, let him know we want to see you pass the guard. We want to see you look for some. He's looking for punches there. Not much to get off, but. There he goes. Now he's passing. Let's see if he can lock these legs up. Unable to do it. Right back to his feet. And right back down again into a half guard this time. So now he's a little more in an advantageous position. Looking to pass that guard, slice through.
Ooh, and a big elbow comes down by Nabiev as he.
If he can control that other arm, he'd be in a nice crucifix here.
Khabib looking very, very strong. Veselkin has not given up really much resistance at all. He's certainly surviving in there. He's a veteran.
Big elbows.
Can he put him away here in round number one? Or the tough little veteran here in Veselkin is certainly holding his own and not making it easy here for Khabib.
Yeah, but he's just too strong in these positions. And he knows exactly where he wants him to be at all times. You know, that really makes a big difference in these grappling exchanges. If you know what positions you want to go to, and you know all of his defenses, and you just leave him no option. It's not that Veselkin isn't trying. It's that he doesn't have any options out of these positions. I mean, you see he's got his hips elevated, and he's got both his arms shut down. You take out two legs and two arms, what else are you going to fight with?
Yeah. One-way traffic here for Khabib Nabiev.
No punch out to the bell there. All right. Just let them know. We ain't friends. We ain't friends in here. This is not friendly, sir.
Khabib Nabiev has been handling business here thus far at the end of round 1. As we see Khabib and Hasbulla looking on. 1 round in the books. Who do you think Khabib's pulling for? Khabib?
I mean,
or Veselkin?
He probably just don't want him to get too big, because then he gotta, fight him for the name and all this. But
these are all hypotheticals.
I think Khabib feels like, I'm Jordan. So if your name is Jordan, I'm sorry, you already. We already got a Jordan.
It's just like if another LeBron showed up.
Yeah, you can't be Michael LeBron. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah, great action out of Khabib here. He was dominant. Got the takedown very, very easily, and Veselkin just couldn't do anything with it. We go into round number 2, and we'll see if Veselkin can really show us something here.
Yeah, it seems almost inevitable at this point, huh?
Don't count him out, Kevin Lee. Don't you count him out. Round number 2, Eagle FC 49. Use your hashtag, folks, wherever you are on social media.
Looking for a head kick, too.
He's in trouble.
Big knee.
Veselkin's in a bad spot right now. He just ate a nasty knee, but he's got that arm. He's isolating. But it looks like Nabiev's going to be able to walk through it and pull that arm out, and he does.
Yeah, this seems, even for Veselkin, like, man, this is a matter of time. This dude is just... There's a skill gap at this point. And it's many years of a skill gap, so there's not a whole lot of potential, especially when they're on the ground. If you're on the feet, you can stand a bit of a puncher's chance, but when they're on the mat here, this is definitely Nabiev's world.
Yeah, he's very, very strong at what he does. 1 minute in, just continuing, like you said, to cook him, to grind him down, and to look for that opportunity to finish this fight. Veselkin able to get up to 1 foot. Let's see if he's able to get up to 2 feet. He's up to a knee, and now he's just going to grab him there around the waist and just drag him around a little bit. Still continuing to control this fight in a very big way is Khabib Nabiev. Oh, and he rolls right through, and this could be a problem. He's got a nice little body lock there, and now he's going to work on the neck.
Yeah, his head is on the right side. There he is. It's almost. It's sneaking under. But in some of these positions, especially in a matchup like this, you can kind of just goon the guy and just crush his jaw and crush his face. And it's such a painful submission. He almost gives you the neck, and he almost lets you underneath the throat. You see him thinking about doing it. At some point, he's just got to commit to it and goon him if you got to. He's not going to give it up easy, so there he goes, trying to connect his hands.
Veselkin, though, man, he is not giving up for anything, man. Strong dude, making Khabib work for it. 2 minutes to go here in round 2. But Khabib Nabiev looks like he is on his way, fighting his way out as Veselkin. And what fighting spirit here by Veselkin. Back up to his feet, but right back down, and Nabiev takes him back down to his territory.
Yeah, 5-0. I imagine that Nabiev's done this to all his opponents.
It has to be so incredibly frustrating for Veselkin to work his way up to his feet and then just get dragged right back down.
And right back in it.
Minute and a half left here in round 2. A battle here in Kyrgyzstan.
Out of the fire and into the pan. Is that how the saying goes?
I believe so. Yeah. Right on point.
Back to getting cooked, because Does not look good for Veselkin. He's trying to get some space.
You're watching this battle and all fights here on the FlexCast app. And if you don't know, man, get around this app a little bit and have some fun, because all of our Eagle shows are here. All the shows that we've done here from the FlexCast Arena here in Miami, as well as all of our shows from Russia, from overseas, from everywhere. They're all here on this app. You can watch it as much as you want, and it's 100% free. Get the FlexCast app and enjoy every bit of it. We got plenty more content to come here on the app, but you're always going to get these Eagle fights live.
Stepped over both knees there, and this is a position you're starting to see a lot these days, where he's got his knees pinched together, and really stuck, and it's really breaking Veselkin mentally and psychologically. It's to the point where you almost don't even want to try on your back.
So that was a tough round here for Veselkin, and not taking a whole lot of damage, Kevin, but just like you said, psychologically and mentally damaged.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get any sort of rhythm going. He sticks to you like glue. This guy is so strong with his wrestling, and Khabib Nabiev. And I'm sure it impresses Khabib out there watching that. I mean, he's kind of seeing reflections of himself there in that fighter.
Yeah, this is the type of fight that really breaks you, because you see there's a skill gap. You know, there's a difference in levels that you just weren't prepared for at all. And then you start to question, man, am I ever going to be prepared for that?
Round 3 coming up. 5 minutes left in this battle.
You know, for Veselkin to win this fight would have had to have been work he's done 5-6 years ago. It's going to be hard for him to overcome it. But again, this is MMA. He does have a puncher's chance. Let's be honest here. So if he can keep it on his feet just a little bit in this round, he's just got to avoid these head kicks and a lot of these big, powerful strikes coming from Nabiev.
Southpaw stance there for Veselkin. Nabiev is just walking right through him, trying to close that distance and get within arm's reach so he can bring this thing back to where he wants it to be. He's going to get that takedown, easy peasy.
But if I'm Nabiev, you know, you almost want to use this opportunity to really explore and go outside your comfort zone.
Sure.
You know, really look for that takedown, or look for the finish. I mean, see, he got his legs crossed there.
Well, I think that's how you make waves. That's how you put more of a spotlight on yourself. Is you have to do more, right? You have to look for the finish. You have to put guys away, and Nabiev has to get in that mindset. If he can get in here and finish his opponent, that's going to look a lot better than if he just goes unanimous decision all 3 rounds.
And you also got to think about your future opponents too. You're going to need more skills in more areas. You know, I imagine that he's done this type of fight to all of his fights, but you're going to need more skills eventually, because you're going to run into a guy that you're not able to do this against. And if you haven't spent any time on your feet or any time outside of that and outside of just this control, then there will be a gap there.
Three minutes to go as Nabiev continues to control Veselkin at every point of the fight. Nabiev just continuing to walk through a veteran of the sport here in Veselkin, who just doesn't seem to be giving up much opposition.
Nice knee to the body there. You know, you can also get a little more creative in these grappling exchanges too. You know, he's going from position to position that he wants, but switch it up every now and again, especially if you're in full control like this of this type of fight. this is the type of fight, go for a leg lock. Go for, explore a little bit. We know you can win the positional exchanges.
Yeah, and I know exactly what you're saying, Kevin. You want to see him do more, especially living up to that name, right? That name's a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
You got to be very, very dominant. I think he's certainly shown that he can do that wrestling and grappling. But we want to see him be destructive, and we know he has it in him. He's just got to unlock it a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of people just know Khabib for his last couple fights, right? When he got very popular. But a guy like me, I was watching him way before that, and he had a few fights where he did step outside the comfort zone, and you could see him swinging wild and doing these things, but you kind of almost need that in order to get to that level that you saw at the end there.
Sure.
Everybody knows Floyd Mayweather for his defense and Money Mayweather, but they didn't see Pretty Boy Floyd when he was coming up and really sticking his chin out there and really having exchanges. But you needed to be that Pretty Boy Floyd in order to get to the Money Mayweather.
Absolutely, you're right.
A lot of people just want to go right to the end.
Yep. We got a minute to go. What was that transformation like for you? You making that transformation from early on in your career to this? Was it the same type of process for you?
Yeah. I mean, and I'm still in the middle of that process, to be honest with you. I still haven't hit my final form, I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, at some point, it's more you mentally make up in your mind, like, oh, okay, I am that guy. So let me go out there and really start showing it. I don't have to think about it anymore. I could just be it.
So you're not at Charizard yet? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm not. I'm a Charizard, but there's a legendary Charizard out there.
I got you.
There's a legendary level that I got to hit.
A holo.
It's
hologram.
It's coming. A holographic one. The gold holographic.
That's the one that Jake Paul or Logan Paul wears on his neck and stuff, 10 seconds to go, guys. Nabiev has controlled this fight. It hasn't been, all that terribly exciting, but you got to love the domination of Nabiev. And,
it's a dominant fight.
It's a statement, no doubt about it. And this is a guy that is going to have a very high ceiling, and certainly he has a few more evolutions to go. If we're going to stay in the Pokemon universe here, he's going to have to evolve a couple more times. He's still in his first form, and that's not a bad form to be in at all.
Yeah. There's still a lot of room to improve. I'm pretty sure he's going to go back and look at this tape and see where he could have maybe advanced the fight a little bit more and got outside of his comfort zone. But he won the fight. That's the most important. This is MMA. It's about winning. So if he won the fight, then you cannot knock that.
Veselkin, not the performance he was looking for tonight. Let's go to Alexander Zagorski. So there it is, folks. Nabiev getting the dub and gets pictures at the end. Let's take a look at the replay. We saw him early on throw some strikes, but he kind of resorted back to what he does best, went back to the well, Kevin, and tied up and brought this fight down to the ground.
Yeah,
he's so good.